Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Independent Agency Showcase. My name is Julian Boulding. I'm the founder of thenetworkone. We work now with about 300 of the world's leading independent agencies in 60 different countries. So it's not my role here to talk about my own company, although we're delighted at any time to meet new independent agencies or just anybody in the business who has an interest in talking with people who are innovative, dynamic, setting up new businesses, looking at new ways to exploit different markets. What we were asked this year to do by Steve and Terry and the organizers at Cannes is to focus particularly on emerging markets. And in the classic way, we've chosen the 4 BRIC countries: Brazil, Russia, India, and China. And one of the things which I learned as we put the seminar together is that these markets are often grouped together, but actually they are very, very different. In Brazil, in Russia, you're talking about primarily urban populations of growing sophistication, and indeed standards that are well ahead in many ways of what we have in the traditional Anglo-American, European, Western world. When you look at China and India, you have quite different populations. You have a huge population, the majority of whom are not in cities. They are still living in rural, smaller communities. So what you're not going to see here is a generalized approach to emerging markets. What you're going to see here is hopefully an inspiration from 4 agencies that have set themselves up with their own money and made successful businesses in each of these markets. We're going to start with Otávio Dias, the head and founder of the Repense agency in São Paulo, Brazil. We'll then talk with Dmitry Levteev from the IQ marketing agency in Russia. We then have a video presentation from Dan Mintz of the DMG agency in China, and finally Pradeep Kashyap from Mart in India. Just going to say a very quick word, a couple of words about Repense. Otávio worked, like many of us, for large traditional agencies. He worked for Gray in Brazil. He started his own agency, I think 15, 16 months ago. He has already 85 people. He has 2 offices in São Paulo and Rio. And we asked him to talk a little bit from a philosophical standpoint. If you're going to attract 20 clients in your first 15 months, if you're going to design an agency for today and not for yesterday, how would you do it? Otávio.